once again to GameGazm's Christmas Countdown. I'm Brent.
I'm Dan.
What have we got today, Dan?
Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, which I'm just going to say up front was probably the best thing about the whole Episode 1 debacle.
True. Yeah, Star Wars. Christmas wouldn't feel right without some Star Wars, would it? This is another great game in the massive Star Wars library, and it let you live out your dreams of being a pod racer. Yeah, on the box it even says, feel the force of 600 miles an hour, 4 foot off the ground. Epic isn't the word. Episode 1 Racer ticked a rare box for a Star Wars game back in the late 90s, namely the box marked surprisingly not shit. It's a very competent racer in its own right. The sense of speed it gives is mind-melting, and it built so much onto the relatively short sequence from the Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace movie. For those under a certain age, Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace was a failed attempt to reinvigorate the Star Wars series beginning in '99. It featured Ewan McGregor as Sir Alec Guinness, featured a ton of special effects, some people who could just about act, and no story. It has since been kicked to the curb by The Force Awakens. Back to the game. Races and events spanned several different planets. The tournament mode saw you racing to win money to buy upgrade parts, and there were also free race, time attack, and 2-player modes. The PC version even supported a local area network multiplayer. Woohoo! LAN party! Yeah, Google it, kids. Not explaining that one. Despite it coming out on the PC, N64, Mac, Dreamcast, and also being ported to the arcade, the announced PlayStation version never materialised. Probably because the popular hardware was showing its age at this point and couldn't keep up with the speed that LucasArts wanted to achieve on screen. Amazingly, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer still holds the Guinness World Record for being the best-selling sci-fi racing game of all time. 3.12 million copies. On the N64 alone, it sits as the 20th best-selling game on the console. And that even puts it above Wipeout and F-Zero on the sci-fi racer rankings. Wow. And that was Episode 1 Star Wars Racer Pod.
Pod, yeah.
I said that in the weirdest order ever.
I thought it had the word pod in it, but it doesn't.
No, it
yeah,
doesn't.
It's pod racing, basically.
I wonder if pod racing is a registered trademark.
Oh, maybe. You never know.
You never know with Mr. Lucas. Oh, you can call it racer, but if you put pod on it, I will take 70%.
Yeah. He probably took 70%. Anyway.
He probably did, yeah. No, this game is fantastic. And
Yeah.
You told me something interesting that obviously it came out on multi-formats, but the one I played it on was the N64.
Yeah.
It came out on the PC as well.
Yeah, I played it around a friend's house on the PC, and it had cutscenes that they couldn't get on the cartridge because of the space limitations. But
I think that's bull. They managed it with Resident Evil
they
2.
did, yeah, they did. How did they do that?
But yes, Star Wars Racer, I absolutely love some of the levels on this. It literally just... It made you feel so cool to be driving a pod.
Speed, I just remember the speed. They really nailed that.
They got that right.
This was a good... You could have called this anything, any planet, any character. This was a good racing game at its heart, you know, and the fact that it was a Star Wars license on top of that was a very good thing, obviously. But
we couldn't conclude this list really without having a Star Wars game on it somewhere.
There have been plenty over the years, and this is one of the good ones.
It definitely was. And didn't they do a? Not a remake, but another one of these. They did. Was it Pod Racer Revenge or something on the PlayStation 2?
Oh, I don't remember.
I think they did.
You're probably right though, because
or I could have just imagined the entire thing.
Yeah, you've made a sequel in a dream.
Yeah, I could have.
A drequel.
A drequel. But yeah, I loved playing this game. There were so many levels, and the fact that like it had aspects from the film as well. So like you could be like driving as Anakin's kind of pod racer, and then you'd have like an engine failure. And you'd have to put the fire out. Yeah. You'd have to relink the power. Yeah. You'd slow down while you're doing it. So
you had to win races to upgrade your craft in the first place, your pod in the first place.
That's
didn't
right.
You, to get to the later levels and stuff. But this built on the film. There were locations in this that weren't in the film. Different planets
mentioned, but not shown. But yeah,
I was going to be a little bit pedantic here. On the back it says 23 original characters taken from the movie. So they're not original then, are they? They're taken from the movie.
Original characters for the movie.
That's the only thing wrong with a very, very good game.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Star Wars Pod Racer. Sorry, Star Wars Racer.
Episode 1 Racer.
Whatever it's called. It's brilliant. It's on the N64 as well as other things, but that's definitely my preferred version.
I can't remember if Jar Jar's in the game.
Let's not talk about that.
Let's not talk about that.
No.
Let's hope not.
The less said about him is... yeah. Anyway, that's all the time we've got for today. I've been Bren.
I've been Dan.
And we've been
GameGazm.